Hi, my name is Wendy Patton, and my expertise is lease options and creative seller financing. What I'm going to share with you in this video is a question that was asked at one of my recent boot camps, and I'm sure you're going to want to know the answer for it.
What do you do in areas where the median price point is higher, say like maybe 450 or above, 450,000 or above? Do you like a land contract or contract for deed, or do you prefer a lease option? Well, on this particular one, if you're in an area where it's very, those of you who have heard me teach before know that I tend to like around the median price point for my lease options, and the reason that I do is because that's the price point at which most buyers want to purchase properties, meaning that if it's below the median price point, that tends to be more of a rental community. If it's above that, then it's much more of a homeowner community in general, and this is pretty common throughout the country. And so if your median price point happens to be 450, is it better to do a land contract or lease option? Well, a land contract or contract for deed is when the seller does seller financing for you, and they hold the deed until the contract is completed. It's kind of like they're holding a mortgage. It's very similar to that. But when you figure out what a mortgage payment would be on a high price point property, like 450 or above, that mortgage payment with even a very low interest rate is going to be higher with your taxes, insurance, and everything than if you were able to negotiate a lease option. So I prefer a lease option for sure, especially in the high-end areas. And that's where I get a lot of questions is, geez, Wendy, are higher price points the ones that we would want to consider for our area? I live in Hawaii. Do I want to do options? And I say, yes, you definitely want to consider options in Hawaii. And the reason is that there's a lot more profit in the higher price point when you're doing a lease option, but also you really can't afford to go off and buy lots of properties in a higher price point area. And of course, it really depends on the financing available, but right now financing is very tight for investors and very expensive, and we have to put a lot down. So that makes it even more difficult to do traditional financing.
To find out more about lease options, you can go to whyleaseoptions.com and get a special report, a free report, absolutely no charge to you, called The Top 5 Mistakes Most Lease Option Investors Make. I've been coaching investors with lease options for over 15 years now, and I'm going to share with you the top 5 mistakes most of them make if they don't have the right training and education. So you're going to want to go grab your free report so you don't make those mistakes. I wish you the best in your creative seller financing and lease option investing.